I'm Mike J in your foxhole till I have a seat spin. Sit a pretty ass in this Benz behind a dark tent. You in the presence of extravagance. Settle down, Cuban link chillin'. Freezing on my textile, watch match my sentiments. How could you slumber like I gave you number coke in these quotes? Like I'm running numbers, styling with the Jews. Shot slam, hollow cars, busy chasing money, no time for the blues.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Shout out to all the fellow viewing beings out there, and thank you for tuning in to the Viewturistic YouTube channel twice again. As always, we're happy to have you here, ready to share some knowledge with you, ready to share some point of views with you. We're bringing this to you every Monday on the Viewturistic YouTube channel, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, all your social media outlets. Excuse my sweat on my shirt. Definitely just got done getting it in the gym. So yeah, hope you don't mind the sweat on my shirt. But today we're going to be talking about when your best isn't good enough for someone else. Now, this is a hot topic because all of us, or most of us, have probably been in a situation, whether it was something for work, whether it was something for school, a project that you were participating in, whether it was in a relationship, a friendship, or even for yourself, where you feel like you did your best, but it just wasn't good enough for whoever it was that was judging you. First, I want to talk about specifically in relationships when your best is not good enough for the other person. This is something that should be established early on in a relationship, because this can avoid people getting to that point where they find out that their best isn't good enough for someone else. This also relates to an earlier episode that I talked about when I was mentioning red flags. So if you are just entering into a relationship, a friendship, whatever, any type of partnership with another person, and you are seeing red flags in them of, a narcissistic personality, or just someone that is overbearingly judging of your performance, take that as a warning sign and know that it's quite possible that no matter how good you do, your good enough isn't going to be good enough for that person. And sometimes you have to accept the fact that that is perfectly okay. It's very healthy for all of us to set our own standards of what excellence means to us. And sometimes if your level of excellence doesn't measure up to another person's expectations, you have two choices right there. You can either tell them, hey, this is me, this is what you get, like it, love it, or leave it. Or if you're the type of person that you feel like that's something that you can compromise, then you can try to make your best be good enough for that person. But one thing I do want to stress is to make sure that you do not overthink it. Don't stress yourself. Don't wreck your brain trying to live up to someone else's measurement of excellence for you, when you know damn well that the effort that you're putting in is your best. Like I said, sometimes it's just going to be a simple fact that you're not cut out to meet that person's standard. I also mentioned this on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I posted a question of, I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but it was something along the lines of, do you believe in being out of someone's league? And I got a lot of mixed responses on that. I love that conversation. And that's also related to that as well, because it just might be that you're out of that person's league if your best doesn't match up to their standard of excellence. That's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. I say that a lot as well. But you just have to be very objective in that case and just understand that you shouldn't take it personal. Just know that you aren't meant to line up with that person. Especially, I can't stress it enough, especially in relationships. You have so many people who wreck their brains trying to compromise too hard, bend, and they end up breaking, trying to mold themselves to conform to what their partner is expecting of them. And like I said, that's something that should be laid out in the beginning stages of a relationship, so that neither person in that relationship has to worry about bending and breaking to compromise or conform to someone else's idea of excellence in a relationship. Hash that stuff out in the beginning. Let that person know, hey, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. This is what I'm good at. This is what I'm not good at. And the hope is that the person on the receiving end of that is going to be receptive to what you're saying and be honest and let you know that if what you tell them you're not good at, hopefully they'll let you know that, hey, that's just something that I can't accept. it's best that we don't continue on with this. That way, both of you are saving each other time, saving each other heartache, and you can move on and find someone that you are compatible with. This also pertains to your work life. Sometimes some people wreck their brains so hard sometimes it's evident in how much people kiss ass or brown nose to move up the corporate ladder, to move up the organizational structure, whatever. I'm not discouraging anyone from attempting to move up in their company, in their organization, or whatever it is. But what I'm saying is just don't kill yourself trying to do it. You only can fit so many things into the 24 hours each day that you're given. So within those 24 hours, you want to make sure that you're putting your best effort forward. And hopefully it should be that if you are truly putting in 110% effort, whoever is monitoring that, they should be able to be receptive to that. And if they truly, truly care about your development and they truly care about you becoming the best version of whatever it is that you're trying to be, hopefully they'll guide you and tell you, hey, this is where you're lagging at, but we can get better. It shouldn't just be a fact of you ain't shit, you out of here. You know, that's in the work life, that's in a relationship as well. Finally, talking about when your best isn't good enough for yourself. A lot of times, too many people, we tend to be too hard on ourselves. We are our own worst critics. I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I tend to be a perfectionist. I'll do things over and over and over again because I'm so critical of how other people might perceive it. Now, for the most part, you know, I really don't give a damn about how other people perceive it, but it's impossible for me to be completely blind to what other people think, especially doing this type of thing. When I'm consistently broadcasting messages to the masses every week, it's impossible for me to not think what other people are going to think of my message. So sometimes I'm overly critical of myself, and most likely when I put something out that I didn't feel was my best work, when I just forget it, I'm going to put it out. Or if my brother says, you know, it is good and I still don't think it's good, 9 times out of 10, those end up being the best videos anyway and get the most feedback and responses. So what I'm saying is, when your best isn't good enough for someone else, as long as your best is good enough for you, be satisfied with that. But always keep in mind, the ability to grow and to move forward from where your best currently is. And hopefully it'll measure up to those who don't feel like your best is good enough for them. And if it isn't good enough for them, then to hell with them. Like I said, there's billions of people on this planet who your best to them will be way above average compared to other people. So just keep doing you. Keep putting your best effort forward. Don't bend too hard to conform to what someone else wants, and just keep viewing what you're viewing. That's it for this episode of Viewology. As always, we are very, very, very happy for your support here on the Viewturistic YouTube channel. We look forward to any of your comments or your feedback. We hope you will share this with other people on Facebook and YouTube. Please subscribe to the Viewturistic YouTube channel, Viewturistic on YouTube. Send us an email at thevuture@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll see you around. Peace.
Subscribe.
Where have all the gentlemen gone? This topic came about from a conversation that I was having with a friend of mine, and she shared an article with me that she had read titled, "Where Have All the Gentlemen Gone?" It actually happened to be one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my life. The reason that I say that is because it was a great opportunity for me to be broken down and built back up to the best version of myself that I've ever been. I'm telling you, I was stripped